Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, December the 1st, 2017. It is a cloudy and cold 32-degree bleak northeast day, as you can see. In today's video, we're going to be talking about several eBay topics, including automatic returns, delayed notifications, a big box seller conversation, a cancellation scam, and a bunch of other things that you guys have expressed interest in. For those of you guys who've never seen any of my videos before, my name is Joe DeMarco. I've been selling on eBay since 1999, and every Friday I come out here and I make an eBay video to discuss the ups and downs of selling on eBay with you good people. I've been doing this for 11 years, going on 11 years. I started in 2007. So let's get right into it with today's topics. I will start out by talking about your questions, comments, and concerns from last week's video. On eBay, showing similar items to items that we've already sold, which is causing cancellations, Stephen Bond wrote, "I am strongly opposed to eBay showing alternatives to my product on the listings page. And so often, like your example, it's comparing apples and oranges. Mine is new, yours is used. My media is autographed, yours is ex-library. My collectible is vintage, yours is a recent copy. They are once again mimicking Amazon. It's one thing for people to find an exact duplicate of my item cheaper, but does eBay have to help them?" Also on the same topic, Charles Decker wrote in, "I too have grown tired of this nonsense when buyers request to cancel their order just mere minutes after placing it. We're left on the hook relisting the item, losing search engine standing, and then paying the ridiculous 30-cent transaction fee to PayPal, while the buyer gets off 100% of their money back and goes on their merry way. The buyer is clearly at fault for this, and they should at minimum absorb this 30-cent fee for changing their mind." He continues, "A few times I went ahead and just shipped the item anyway. In doing so, it closes out their cancellation request, and if they want to return it, they'll be on the hook for return shipping and the 20% restocking fee that I charge. Granted, they could claim SNAD, leave an egg, etc., but it's getting to the point where I just don't care anymore. Multiple times now I've had buyers request to cancel just moments after placing the order, and I just send the item anyway and refuse the cancellation. They receive the items and I never hear back from them again." Well, these two guys brought up good points that I discussed last week. It's out of control with cancellations. I got two more this week. I'm telling you guys, I don't think it's right. Like the one gentleman, Charles Decker, said, I do believe that if a buyer wants to cancel, they should have to pay any fees that we normally have to absorb. In this case, the PayPal fees. What is your opinion, guys? And I know they're not going to do this. I'm just throwing this out there for conversation. What is your opinion on eBay instituting a cancellation fee for all buyers of, let's just say, $1? Because let's face it, it is buyer remorse. People are buying our stuff, paying, and then after that eBay is showing them the same thing or a similar thing cheaper. Okay? So the buyer says, wow, I didn't do my homework, I didn't shop, I'll cancel this and buy the other one. I think eBay should institute a $1 cancellation fee across the board, system-wide. What do you guys think? I'd like to know. Comment that below. On sales, Chris Miranda wrote, "It would be great when people remark their sales are slow or good, also mention what niche they're in. I think that would educate all of us." So guys, especially you guys who are slow, those are the ones I'm really interested in. If you want to talk about what niche you sell in, feel free to comment that below. Or for you guys who are doing well, you could do the same thing too. On best offers, Crosswalk Larry wrote, "This was brought up on last video. eBay's new policy about putting best offers on your item if your item doesn't sell in 8 days is highly annoying. In a week and a half, I've received 3 emails from eBay notifying me that they have done just this. So I had to go back and revise 30 listings because of eBay. I had called eBay to see if I could opt out, but they said no. Also, I noticed that on the new revamped phone app, there is no slider to force buyers to pay right away when doing a buy it now. So I have to go on my laptop to revise my listings after I set up my listings on my phone so I can make my buyers immediately pay. I did report this to eBay as well. They said they would make a report for the tech team. Okay. What I would suggest, Crosswalk Larry, is number 1, never, in my opinion, do your listings on your phone. I always use my Mac. Always. Always. Okay? It's easier, it's quicker, and there's no bugs. But I know that there are some people that just love doing them by phone. I should say that maybe one of the reasons I like using the Mac is I have a digital camera, and I find my digital camera takes clearer, crisper pictures than my phone. Although my phone camera is good too. Now, Crosswalk Larry had stated about eBay putting best offers on their items if it doesn't sell in 8 days. That's something new that has just been instituted for small sellers. I have heard about this. I have not experienced it because I sell quite a bit and I have an eBay store. But for those of you guys who are small sellers, this is something new they're trying out. I'm not sure if it's going to stay or if it's just an experiment. But in my opinion, you know, I think the seller should be in control of the price he's charging for his items. Now I've got a few comments I want to read about selling positive feedback, which we talked about last week. Pomona 513 said, selling positive feedback is just plain wrong. Not only does it violate eBay policy as an intangible item, it's a slap in the face to those of us who work hard to earn our positive feedback. Claire Levine said, hi Joe, it's Saturday night and I'm watching your video. I just checked to see if eBay removed the feedback listings. As of now, there are 461 in my search. The first one in the list has sold 188 and 23 of them since November 21st. Lastly on that topic, Picking for a Cause wrote, great informative video, Joe. I greatly appreciate it. In reference to the feedback selling, eBay will need to pull them off their site. People who purchase the feedback should also receive a warning. Feedback should only be obtained from a buyer who purchased tangible goods from a seller, otherwise it's called cheating, which boils down to dishonesty. Okay, Joe, I give up on begging for that Fox 2 news mug. Seems as though you're not going to part with it. LOL. Take care, Joe. Happy selling. I think it's a shame. I think it's a freaking shame that those listings are still up. I showed you them last week. And even as an eBay fan, I said clicking the report this item link does nothing, and I stand by my statement. All right? Now, I haven't checked this week to see how many positive feedback listings are up. I think I'm going to check after I make this video and see just how many listings are up on eBay where you can buy positive feedback. I think it's ridiculous. A general channel comment from Richard Head. Joe, your videos are not just useful, but are the most important to watch if anyone is a seller on eBay. When discussing eBay techniques to new sellers, I always highly recommend your videos as a must-watch. And lastly, I've got 2 more comments I want to read. Skinny Cow wrote, the most amazing thing I learned from this week's video is the stalker is employed. Maybe not for long. And Crosswalk Larry wrote it again and says, where's the stalker link? I don't know if you're referring to the link for the videos or the link for the site. If you're asking about the videos, they're all being stored on the link in the description box below. I'm trying to add a new video every day that shows him stalking people. Not just at the workplace, but online, on eBay, on the internet. 1 a day, and it's really picking up. And these are being forwarded to the workplace. Because like we were all doxxed by him and we were hurt, he can see what it's like now. It's called poetic justice. Let us now get on to today's topics. Automatic returns. Now last week somebody wrote in, I believe it was D. Kelly, who wrote in and said he received an automatic return that he did not even have to approve. This week I received one. And I think automatic returns are actually a good thing, but for those of you who don't quite get what they are, let me go through it again, and I'll use my situation as an example. So the other day, a buyer circumvented eBay and called me directly, telling me he bought the wrong size. Well, that's not exactly what he said. He said to me, "Joe, you sent me the wrong size." And I said, "No, sir. I sent you the size you purchased. You purchased the wrong size, didn't you?" All right? That's very important. I made him understand I didn't make the mistake, he made the mistake. I said, "Number two, no problem." I said, "When did you buy the item?" He bought it 29 days ago. And I offer 30-day returns. I said, "Well, sir, I do take returns for 30 days, but not on the phone. You bought this on eBay, it's got to be returned on eBay." And the guy was old. I could tell by his voice, he was very old. And he said, "Why can't we just do it over the phone?" I said, "No. You didn't buy it from me over the phone. You bought it from me on eBay, and it's going to be returned on eBay. I am a stickler for that. Absolute stickler. And you should be too, because this is where your seller protection comes in." So I said to him, "Do you know how to do a return on eBay?" And he says, "No." "No problem." I said, "Get that computer out, open that laptop, and I will show you how to do it." And I walked him through the entire process of how to do a return by checking off wrong size does not fit. And he said to me, "Well, Joe, I got to tell you, I would never have been able to figure this out if you didn't walk me through this." As soon as he clicked return on my laptop, I automatically got a notification from eBay saying that they had approved the return and it was on its way back to me. That is an example of an automatic return. Keeping in mind, automatic returns only apply to sellers who, number one, accept 30-day returns, number two, charge for return shipping. Okay? You're not paying the return shipping. The buyer is. If the buyer claims he bought the wrong size or doesn't like it or it's the wrong color or found a cheaper price, he is at fault and the automatic return will apply. You will not pay for shipping. Okay? So you have nothing to lose. I mean, you're taking returns anyway. However, if the guy tries to pull a snag case, then automatic returns do not apply. You get to fight it and contest it any way you wish. So like I said, in my opinion, automatic returns do not hurt me. This guy paid approximately $50 plus $10 shipping originally. So he's paying the $10 shipping back to me, and when I get the item, which I still haven't, I will refund him the $50, but not the $10 original shipping, right? So technically, I'm really losing next to nothing. Okay? So automatic returns are not really a complaint from me. I have noticed delayed notifications like crazy this week. I'll sell an item, let's say Monday morning, for argument's sake, at 11 o'clock. I'll get an email Tuesday night telling me I sold the item. However, I will get the notification on my iPhone immediately. But it's weird. I've heard about this happening to some people before, but not to this extent. Have you guys been experiencing delayed notifications? If so, please comment that below. A big box seller story. This is pretty good. So the other day, I was on eBay and I needed to purchase something. Not a wheel or a hub, but a component for a wheel or a hub. So I did a search on eBay and I came up with a bunch of sellers who had what I wanted. I wanted to buy in quantity. I don't like to buy just 2 or 3 or 4. I like to buy a fairly large quantity because it's usually cheaper. I found 2 sellers who had them. One was charging, I believe, $70 and one was charging $80. But one seller, the $70 one, was out of Turkey. The other guy was right here in the USA. So, who do you think I chose, paying $70 to Turkey or an extra $10 to the USA? Yeah, I went with the USA seller, and I always will. It's very important. But while I was checking the seller's listing, I was scrolling down. I knew this was exactly what I needed. But I was shocked to see that this big box seller had his phone number numerous times in the listing. Do you guys know if big box sellers are allowed to put their phone number in the listing? I mean, does eBay make special consideration for big box sellers? And I'm talking, by big box seller, I mean over 500,000 feedback. So I decided to give the guy a call and chat with him, and I did. And we talked briefly on the phone. Nice guy. And he was telling me that since he's a big box seller, he or his company has a special arrangement with eBay. For instance, if he sells an item for $100, he doesn't pay the 10% commission that we all pay. He has a pre-arranged deal with eBay with a much lower percentage. Did you guys know that? Well, it's true. And I didn't ask him about the phone number per se, because he was a real nice guy, and that's why I'm going out of my way not to tell you guys who this was or what I bought, and I'm not going to, because we all know there's a fishy person out there that would try and track this guy down, and I have no problems with this seller at all. He was a big box seller, and real nice guy on the phone. We talked, and I bought the item from him. I always do my business in the United States. Okay? That's very important. Now I'd like to talk about a cancellation. A very interesting one, and something you guys need to watch out for. As I said, and as you guys know, I get way more cancellations than you, in my opinion. Most cancellations come, as we talked earlier, within the first couple of minutes. Sometimes not. I am willing to give everybody at least 1 or 2 hours before printing the label or doing anything. So let me explain what happened to me, and listen carefully. So last Saturday at around, I'm guessing around 4 o'clock, a sale came in. Cha-ching! Okay, I looked at it. No problem. I wasn't home when it came in anyway. At around 6 o'clock, a little after 6 o'clock, I was out in a restaurant eating with friends. And I checked my sales, and still that was the only sale that had come in. So now 2 hours have gone by. By the time I got home, it was probably around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. And now, if all that time goes by, 5 hours, I think it's safe to print the label. So I got the box. It was a big box I had to make. I had to carefully pack these items because it was heavy. It cost me $42 to ship this item. All right? So I box everything up, bang, print the label, done. I'm not kidding you guys. In less than an hour, I get a question from seller about how to use the item. Does this item come with the hardware, with the locks and key? I said to him, no. This item does not come with the hardware, locks and key. It clearly says that in the listing. You're buying the 4 items only, no lock. As soon as I saw that question come in, red flags went up, because nobody should ever ask a question 5 hours after they purchased the item. So that was warning sign number 1. But anyway, I responded to him, no, it doesn't come with it. What you see is what you get, and I described it correctly. Now it's about maybe 11:30 at night. I go to bed. I wake up the next morning, and a question came in the middle of the night, about 3 o'clock in the morning, from a different account. Not the account that made the purchase, but a different account also located in Florida. And he said, regarding the hubs that you sold, do they come with the locks and key? Now that concerned me greatly, because why would a person write and ask me that after the listing has ended if he's not even the purchaser. Unless, of course, he was the purchaser and is trying something here. So now I'm on high alert. I didn't even answer that guy because it's, assuming, let's just say it's a different guy, it's none of his business. And how could this guy have ever found the listing considering the listing has ended? So now I know something really bad is going to happen. About 5 hours later, I get another contact from the original eBay account, the guy who bought the item, saying, well, since these don't come with the locks and key, I want to return them. What a dick. Man, what a dick move. So, okay, I see how it is. I haven't shipped the item. It's still here at my house because it's Sunday afternoon now. So I have to give him the refund. Now, I know how to do this. I know how to cancel a sale. I know how to give him a refund. I know how to void a shipping label. There's a few steps involved. But this guy's dealing from the bottom of the deck, contacting me with 2 accounts, and I know something's not right there. Both accounts registered in Florida. So I did what I had to do, folks. I called eBay immediately. Got a representative, eBay concierge, explained what was happening, how this guy bought the item and was contacting me back and forth with 2 different accounts. And the representative was uncharacteristically candid and said to me, you know, this looks like a case of fraud. I'm going to have to escalate this to the fraud department, but I'll cancel it on my end, she said. You don't have to do anything. I will cancel the sale. I will void the label for you. You don't have to do a thing, all right? You're covered. Which I thought was great, that she did all the work on her end. I didn't have to do anything. So, the moral of the story, guys, always cancel if you still have the item in your possession. Because in this case, it was $42. Now, if I would have shipped it to him, he would have pulled some kind of crap with me, all right? And tried to get me to pay return shipping. That would have been another $42. We could have had a serious issue here, all right? If this happens to you, where someone is dealing from the bottom of the deck and using 2 different accounts, I urge you to call eBay and report them, because that is not a way to do business. That buyer has been schooled. This little story also can touch on the topic of what we call free returns. eBay is pushing free returns. I'm not offering free returns. That's not going to happen. Can you imagine if I offered free returns with this guy? I would have had to pay $42 out of my pocket. And had it been a free shipping item in the first place, which it wasn't, that would have doubled to $84. I can't afford that. I can't afford that on a regular item. If I sell a single piece out to California, it's $14.45. Times 2, that's 30 bucks. Can you imagine if I offered free returns, I'd be losing at least 30 bucks per transaction? Unbelievable. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's not feasible for me. If I was selling little e-packets or something, that's a different story. But for Joey and eBay Motors, it's not feasible. Let us now talk about sales from last week, that all-important holiday weekend, and I'll tell you my pattern. Black Friday was good. Saturday, better. Sunday, even better. And Cyber Monday, the best of all. Tuesday, bang, crashed. Wednesday, crashed. Thursday, slow. But Tuesday and Wednesday were especially slow. It's hard to believe I had 4 super days in a row. Bang, 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 and then boom, a big crash. The bottom fell out of the market Tuesday and Wednesday, folks, for me. I'm telling you. So basically, guys, that's going to be it for today. Let's do a quick rehash and I'll let you go. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns on any of the topics we discussed today, or any of your own topics, I would like to hear about them. Remember, I come out here every week and I make these videos to try and help you on eBay. If I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm doing the right thing. If I didn't cover what you wanted to hear today, tell me in the comments section, and hopefully I'll be reading your comment on next week's video. I'm Crazy New York Driver, and you're not. I am a seller friend, not a seller critic or skeptic of any kind. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys make killer sales this week. Rock on, and peace! Yeah! Oh, wait a minute. We're not done yet. How many of you guys thought that video was over now? Come on, be honest. I want to hear from you guys right now. How many of you thought the video was over and I forgot something? Not true. It's time for a super huge celebratory drink of water. Here is the cup. And I'm drinking. Guys, calmer. He who doxes gets doxed. I love it, man. I freaking love it. See you all next week.